Path and Lab. Okay, panels. I think we both worked on this one.
Mhm.
Jana, a Blitz customer asks, I seem to freeze on the CPC board exam in the Path and Lab section. Most confusion is with panels. I get thrown off as they seem to take too much time. Clearly I need to know something. What it is, I don't know. Okay, so basically the panels are a group of tests that are routinely done together, and it's more of a space-saving time convention. I think I have, yeah, okay. So here is, can you see that okay, Alicia's, oops, how about I go,
Yeah.
well you did.
Yes. No, we went one
There,
screen too much.
wait a minute, where'd I go?
There you go. You've got it. No, that's reproductive
Hold
medicine.
on.
That's the one we laughed about.
All right, there we go.
Well, she's got it.
So basically, and I'll try not click on it because when I click on it, that's what makes it go to the next slide. This is just a scan of my pathology and lab section, and what you'll see here is like 88 or 80047. It's a basic metabolic panel. And this, what I have bracketed here, these 8 tests are bundled into this code 80047. So rather than on a claim form write out all of these 8 different CPT codes, we just write out the one, 80047. And I just put 8 just to, indicate, okay, there's 8 tests bundled into 80047. Now, the physicians are not required to, when they want a basic metabolic panel, to use all 8 of these tests. Maybe they only want 7 of them. That's fine. Then they would bill the 7 out individually. But if they did do all 8, then you're required to bill the panel and not bill them separately. Okay? And then it gets really interesting if you look at 80050. This is a general health panel. And it's a panel that includes another panel. And that's why, even though it looks short, it actually is 17 tests when you add it up. Because it includes the comprehensive metabolic panel, which is 80053. It includes these 2 blood count type procedures. And it could be this type or that type, so it can get a little complicated. And then finally the thyroid stimulating hormone. So that's like 17 tests in one. Now, if you're focusing on this for a board exam question, what you'll want to do is typically you'll see one answer that will have just the one code, the panel code. And then you'll see another one that might have like 7 or 9 tests listed out. What I recommend is use your pencil, go to the panel, start reading the scenario, and start lightly crossing off the ones that are listed. And if you have all 8 and that's it, then you know you need to use the panel code. If you're missing one, then you need to pick the answer with the 7 that are listed. And if you have 9, then you bill the panel code and then the one left over test. So you'll have 2 codes. Okay. Was there anything else that you wanted to add on this one, Alicia?
I'm sorry, say it again.
Was there anything else that you want to add on this one?
Yes, I did want to add that I just had taken a certification exam as well, and even though we don't discuss exam questions, that the highlight of the question was which 3 panels included glucose, potassium, and sodium. And so it gave you 4 choices, and there was one that didn't. And when you have it highlighted and bubbled like this, it would be real easy to pick that out. I actually put all the glucose in pink, potassium in yellow, and sodium in orange in my manual, just so I could quickly reference which ones had them and which ones didn't.
And you did that on the fly while you were taking the exam?
No, I did it the other day afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I did it today.
There you go. Good. All right, so that's a Path and Lab question. We don't get too many of them, and of course tonight we got 2. So here's Path and Lab on reproductive medicine.
This is the one we thought was a joke at first.
Oh, is this the sperm? Oh yeah, the sperm one. All right, explain how to code when the question talks about going to a sperm facility for 3 days and it's being frozen. Can you use units like ×3, ×4, etc.? Or should you use one code for the entire time you went in to give your sperm to the sperm bank? All right, so I went to find a code, and I looked up 89343, and findacode.com is a site that we promote because I use it all the time. And for our members, if you go there and sign up and you use the coupon code CCO for codingcertification.org, you will get $60 off a year. So we encourage you to do that when you're ready to start using online coding manuals. And so part of what they have is this plain English description, which is really cool. And it just talked about, you know, what's actually being done with these type of procedures. Also within it, I could go to the CPT assistant and found that it said the following codes are for storage of each identified item. And in that list was the 89343. So the conclusion is if they're frozen and stored each time they're donated, then there would be 3 codes. So, and that's kind of how you can be like a resourceful coder and kind of go in and do a little research. CPT Assistant is like the helper magazine to the CPT manual. It does cost to get access to it, but if you sign up for Find a Code and you do the upgrade to get CPT Assistant, once you get certified, you'll find it very, very useful for real-world coding questions like this.
Get more CPC exam tips, coding certification training, and CEU credits. Go to www.codingcertification.org.